The Business of Sport in Relation to Ice Hockey by Andrea, Berna and Laura.
I'm gonna talk about the development of ice hockey. It all started with a ball and a stick game. Its earliest origins from Persia, Egypt, and China. It was developed in Canada by British soldiers and immigrants, and the hockey field was actually adapted to be played in icy Canadian conditions. In 1873, the first organized hockey game was developed. In 1902, the first professional hockey league was formed in Pennsylvania as the Western Pennsylvania Hockey League. The National Hockey League, NHL, was formed out of the National Hockey Association from Canada in 1917, and later on the NHL then expanded into the United States. Since that date, the NHL has become the most successful and most popular hockey league in the world, where 30 teams and over 690 players from around the world play. Lord Stanley's Cup has been the championship trophy in the NHL since 1800. Lord Stanley was practically the founder of organized hockey, and his cup is a national treasure in Canada.
Next, we will look at the commercialization. As many other sports, the NHL has experienced commercialization in various ways. One main way is broadcasting. In 1923, the first ice hockey game was broadcasted on radio. Since the 1940s, ice hockey is televised. Nowadays, the broadcasting rights are split in the States and Canada between CBC, TSN, NBC, and since this season, Rogers Communications. NBC has a current 10-year deal worth $2 billion. Rogers reached a 12-year deal worth $4.9 billion, which is the largest media rights deal in ice hockey history. Other main sources for the league to make money are sponsorship, ticket sales, merchandise, and of course endorsements. The superstar of ice hockey like Sidney Crosby and Alexander Ovechkin make around $4 million per year with their endorsement for Nike, Coke, and other huge companies. To give you a quick overview of the amount of money which is involved in the NHL, let us look at some numbers. Based on an annual report of the NHL, there is a huge increase in sponsorship, merchandise sales, as well as corporate investments in big events. That's why the NHL has a new record in total revenue of $3.7 billion this season. The next season, they expect the $4 billion mark will be cracked. Due to the new media deal with Rogers that started this season, the average NHL team value rose during last year to $490 million. This shows what a great money-making league the NHL is.
The governing body for ice hockey is IIHF, which stands for International Ice Hockey Federation. The IIHF was established in 1908, based in Switzerland, which consists of 73 members. The official languages for the federation is English and French. The National Hockey League is one of the main leagues which is not controlled by the International Ice Hockey Federation. The league includes North American teams, which consist of 7 teams from Canada and 23 teams from the United States. The NHL have their own rulebook, which is different to the IIHF. Other leagues include Continental Hockey League and Elite Swedish League.
Next, we will explore 2 significant issues facing ice hockey nowadays. Based on the NHL website, there is the discussion if ads will appear on ice hockey jerseys. Allowing corporate sponsors to put their logos front or center of game jerseys could bring revenues estimated at $120 million. However, due to the fact that the jersey itself is such a huge part of hockey culture, the NHL owners shift that question in the future. Also, they fear the potential losses in merchandise as they believe fans wouldn't buy sponsored jerseys. The other main issue the NHL has to face is the issue of fighting and injuries, especially concussion. A huge number of players suffer from secondary damage of repeated concussion. As ice hockey is a physical contact sport, injuries can't be completely avoided, but the league needs to take steps to eliminate fighting and dangerous tackling.